Okay, I'm feverishly texting our guest speaker. Brent is in Rome today. It's going on 11 o'clock there, and they had dinner out tonight. And so, while I am waiting for our guest, Coach Paul Frank, how you doing?
Doing good. Good to see you. Oops.
Tell us how commercial is going right now in EXP. I know there's just been a lot of talk about it. I heard somebody talking about it here in the office. They were super excited about referring and different things that they were coming across a commercial project. They were talking about you referring it to. So tell us, how is the commercial piece going in EXP right now, and what's the best way for people to take advantage of that?
Yeah, well, I kind of just came up with this the other night. Everybody talks about lead generation. This is about lead recognition. So if anybody's ever heard me talk about it before, all of you have commercial leads and people in your networks, every single one of you. And it's just about learning how to recognize those leads and hand them off. We got one out of North Carolina. We literally have about 350 deals going based on that one agent out of North Carolina.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's
That
just,
that should whet all of our appetite. Yeah, for sure. And so I am hearing more and more people around here just asking the question, do you know anybody that might be interested in selling, buying or selling commercial real estate? I have an amazing partner. It's been around for a long time. Anyways, a lot of people are starting to have that as part of their conversation. Because you've been coaching that here locally in particular, but I know from Cabo and different places you're able to do that. Our guest speaker is here, Mr.
dude,
Lee Robles. Did I say it right?
Let me unmute it. Yeah, you did. You
All
did.
right.
I think you got it right, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to
That's
see you.
awesome. Well, Brent is having a great time. He took two of his daughters. He's Brent. He's sending me 20 pictures, 30 pictures a day, and just celebrating, having a great time. So, anyways, Leo, just have at it. Take it to us. Paul, Frank, thank you for sharing that with us. Let's all be asking, do you happen to know anybody that might have a commercial project they're interested in buying or selling, and get some referrals going? It's pretty awesome. Go for it, Leo.
All righty. Sounds good, man. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. I just wanted to make sure we have until the top of the hour, 2 o'clock, I'm assuming, correct? I think in this conversation.
Yeah, our next call is at 2:10, the sales call. We also have a guest speaker for that. So anywhere up until 2:10, but yeah, just go for it and have at it.
Perfect. 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 Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, good to see all of you. I see a couple of familiar faces in here. So hello to everybody. I'm out of Orange County, California. This is my 20th year in the real estate business. I started at 18 years old. I dropped out of high school because I wanted the three things that I met somebody working construction, pick and shovel, like, hard labor stuff, the guy had the suit, the car, and the house. So I asked him what he did. He said real estate. So that's why I decided to do real estate, even though I'm not wearing a suit today. So I am a little more comfy. 20 years later, I'm like, I don't know if I want to wear suits every day anymore, but I still wear them. I still wear them. But this business has really changed my life. I was the first 9 years I was at Remax. The next 4 years after that, I was at Keller Williams. Been now here at EXP for 6 years, and I have agents in 42 states and 11 countries. And I started off my first year, just working production, still doing dials and prospecting. I was a big cold caller, expires for sale by owners, circle prospecting. That's how I would obtain a lot of my business. I also work with investors. About 1,000 of my transactions were all investment flips, like when I was in production. But I came to EXP with the goal in mind of not only obviously doing production, but I also wanted to really dominate with attraction. I this last 30 days, we've had close to 60 agents join us in the last 30 days recently. I've also had the opportunity to speak on like multiple stages just in the last month. I was in Hawaii, so I think I saw the beast, Mr. John Sion here. He also crushed it on stage there. I was sharing the stage out there in Hawaii with him. We were in Portland. I was also in the Bay Area. I was speaking in Madeira. Um, the interesting thing, I don't know, anybody in here like terrified of speaking like me or like I was? Anybody in here, right? I mean, everybody's in here is brave. Everybody's like, no, we crushed it on stage. Like I didn't, guys. I was terrified of public speaking, but something about a decade ago, and I say God, right? God whispered to me, he's like, Leo, you're gonna speak on stages one day. And I was so terrified. I mean, I was the guy that would sit on a team meeting and I had two agents that like were on my team when I was running the sales team, and I wasn't able to even like stand up and give a little speech to my two agents. That's how terrified I was to even like communicate. I was good on one-on-one, but I was not able to do it in two. So I put it out there. I said, all right, God, I'm open. I'm going to listen. I'm going to speak. And next thing you know, I got an opportunity to speak on the stage. And of course, I was terrified. I almost said no, but I said yes. My first speaking engagement that I had was on a panel, and I had 400 people listening on that panel, and I bombed it. It was terrible. It was not good whatsoever. The only thing that came out of that thing was that I survived. I survived. In my brain, I thought I was just gonna like literally like something was gonna happen to me if I was in front of people, but I survived. So interesting enough, right? Like now, fast forward, like I'm speaking on stage like almost every other day, or I'm speaking in front of the camera every single day. It's pretty incredible. So I'm just wanted to just plant that seed of encouragement. If something in your heart is telling you that you have to become somebody greater, but you might be afraid at this point, lean into it. Lean into it. Just lean into it, because you never know what God might be preparing you for. He's preparing you for something way bigger. You just can't see it just yet. I didn't know I was going to be doing this. And Mr. John just said, yeah, I'm huge. I'm obsessed with artificial intelligence. Like I'm utilizing it at a really, really high level. I didn't think I was going to do this, to be honest. Like as a real estate agent, I'm like, I am talking about artificial intelligence pretty much at every stage I'm talking about right now, every single stage. What we can do right now with AI is it's unbelievable, to be honest. Like I just think about mentorship, coaching, creating standard operating procedures. You can create anything. So I could talk about so many different subjects with you guys today. I know that Mr. Johnny, you mentioned about AI. I could talk about AI. I could talk about agent attraction, like what I do specifically. Is there anything that you guys would like for me to cover? Because I want to make sure that it's like directly benefiting every single person in here. I have so many different topics that I can talk about. Like I could talk about tools. I can talk about systems. I can talk about my three-way calls, my calendar, like how I obtain my appointments, anything that you guys would like to, you can drop it into the chat or unmute yourself. I want to make it interactive. I don't want to just talk the whole time, even though I can, if you guys want me to, I can talk for 2 hours straight without like anybody saying anything. But yeah, anything you guys have, let me know if there's anything. How to obtain your appointments. Awesome. Very cool. So appointments. Thank you so much for the question. So and it looks different, right? A different phase is going to look different. In the beginning, I just wrote my first thing that I learned from Rob Flick, Brent Gove, and Gene Fedrick. Make your list, right? So I made my list of 100 people. Came back to Brent and I got this list of 100 people, and he's like, "That was too fast. Give me 200." So then I made a list of 200 people, and then once I got him 200, he's like, "All right, well, work on another 100." So I ended up getting a list of close to 300 names of people that I had. And then I came back and I said, "Okay, cool. I got all these names. Like, what do I do?" He's like, "Well, now you got to reach out to them." That was the next thing, right? So I started reaching out to people. So in the beginning, how I set up my appointments was with that list. So that's the low-hanging fruit. Don't bypass, by the way. Don't bypass that. I think most people, they want to go do the cold audience. They want to do the social media. They want to go work with people they never met. And that's going to be very difficult. Start off with the people that you already know. People in there were title officers, lenders, escrow, everybody that I had done a deal with, every single person was on that list. And I just started reaching out. I did do it incorrectly in the beginning by trying to do everything on my own. So for those of you that are here trying to like do agent attraction on your own, that's the fastest way to fail in this model, to be honest. Like I did it. I did it for a whole year, and it was tough of me trying to do the conversation, me trying to do the presentation. Like Brent's like, just show him the video. I'm like, nah, bro. I said, I know how to present. Like, come on. I got energy like you. I could do this, Brent. He's like, just show him the video. What I didn't understand was that what I was conveying to the prospect in front of me was that they had to do the same thing. That's not duplicatable. Most of the agents I was talking to were in production, and I'm here trying to persuade them about attraction. And now they're saying, Leo, you're trying to have me do production and attraction. So unconsciously, I was conveying like, I'm going to give you more work instead of making it simpler. So our goal as an attractor, right, regardless of how you get your appointment, is to make the process seem so smooth and so easy that anybody could do it. And anybody can show a video, anybody can sit across from somebody and ask them questions, because I literally just hopped off of a recruiting meeting right now, and today I have 7 scheduled appointments just today. So the 3 things that I do before I even open up my mouth in an attraction conversation, I call it the SVN approach. The S stands for story. I'm getting their story. Hey, nice to meet you, Courtney. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the call. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me your story. First thing I do, story, S. After I hear the story and we talk about that, talk to me about your vision, goals. That's the V, vision. What's your vision? Tell me a little bit about where you're going the next 12 months, 24 months. They start talking about that. Capture that. Now, the third part is N, the needs. What do you need? Tools, resources, training, support, coaching. SVN, story, vision, needs. Once I have those 3 things, which is going to take up 70% of the meeting, the last 30%, guess what? It's easy. It's so easy. Why? Because I have everything that I need to be able to properly educate that agent on what they're most interested to learn about. You see, I did it incorrectly in the past. I used to do a lot of talking in the trainings, and then I would talk about all the stuff I was excited about, but they didn't care about any of the stuff that I cared about. They only care about what they're there for. So if you do that in your attraction, in your recruiting meetings, in every single conversation, if you stick with the SVN approach, if you're getting that every single time, you will be 100% more effective in every single recruiting meeting. And that took me a long time to simplify it in those 3 things, by the way. I've done over 2,000 recruiting meetings at this point. There's not a single question that anybody can ask me in here that I don't have an answer for. I get questions about EXP even from staff. I'm like, hey, Leo, can we do this? Yeah. Why? Because I've also obsessed about making relationships with everybody here. I know Glenn Sanford. Glenn Sanford knows me. And when I can call him up, right? We all could do that, by the way. But I've done my part to build a relationship with him. So my biggest thing too is that every single one of you in here should be building relationships with everybody in staff, right? Like Glenn Sanford, Leo Pareja, right? Amy Weaver, Russ Lagan, right? Get to know everybody, and they should know you. Know the names. Eventually, you'll get to the point also where you'll have all the questions you'll have all the answers to all the questions that you get. But that's the very, very simple thing that I will say. SVN. You do that, I guarantee you guys you will have much more better results. By the way, are you guys utilizing, I'm pretty sure you guys are using like Market View Broker or Corded, right? Corded.io is another recruiting platform, right? There's a lot of platforms out there like that. Put it in ChatGPT and say, hi, ChatGPT. I am meeting with Courtney Twiss with Twiss Realty Group. Her phone number is this. Her email is this. Please find her Facebook, Instagram, Google, Zillow, Redfin. Find every single profile and any other websites that I cannot find. And then I put it on ChatGPT. So first thing I do before I meet with an agent, before I get in front of them, I already know every single profile that they have, every single thing that they're missing. I know all of their production. And yes, this is on ChatGPT. Once I get that, guess what's the next thing that I do? I say, hey, ChatGPT, I want to coach this agent to grow to 100 transactions because I already listened. Let's just say I heard that in the conversation when I asked the question. Then I'll go back to ChatGPT in the same chat and I'll say, hi, Chat, please give me Courtney's business plan to achieve 100 transactions in the next 12 months. And then I get a beautiful outline with exactly what they need to do and with every single gap being filled in, because now I can talk specifically to the person. I'm not guessing. I'm not making stuff up. I'm literally going targeted specific to what they're missing. Once I get that done, you guys can do the third step, which is go to gamma.app, right? Gamma.app, which is like, I'm obsessed with Gamma. Who's using Gamma in here? Who's using Gamma in here? Yes? Yeah, I'm obsessed with that platform. It's amazing. You can take that outline on ChatGPT, copy and paste it into Gamma, and Gamma will give you a beautiful presentation. So what do I do next? After I talk to that agent, I got two, my outcome. And also, I told you guys how I started the meeting. And then the ending is also very important. The ending is this. Are you ready to learn more, or are you ready for next steps? If they're ready to learn more, then I will get them on the next conversation with somebody else in my senior partnership, another senior partner with EXP. If they're ready for next steps, then I'm going to tell them the 3 next steps, which is we're going to send you a welcome email with the application. Second step is license transfer. Third step is doing a onboarding, and I have somebody on my staff now. I didn't have her 4 years in the beginning. I have somebody that just literally sits with people and does onboarding, okay? So that's my 3-step process. You might modify your process depending on how it is, but you want to tell people, create expectations, clarity is power. So that's how I start my meeting. That's how I end my meeting. And again, if they do want to learn more, before the day ends, I'm gonna text Courtney over and I'm gonna say, hey, Courtney, by the way, based on everything we talked about today, here's your 2025 growth plan. This is all for you for free, just for meeting with me. I'm not gonna ask for anything else. Like, here, take it. Even if you stay at Keller Williams, here's your growth plan for 2025. I would love to jump in another conversation also to discuss how we can get a little bit more clarity so I can fine tune it and even make it better. Guess what I get every single time from an agent? Every single agent that responds to me says, Leo, I've never had anybody sit with me and create a detailed plan like this, ever. And some of these agents been in the business 10, 15, 20 years. Have you ever sat down with a recruiter, a team leader, and they created a business plan for you and you got it that same day by end of day? Answer me that question. Right? If you did that, guess what's going to happen with that person? They're going to acknowledge the question that they have in their brain. Does this person really care? Do they really care about me? Is this any different from any other company? And I'm addressing that question because I'm giving them immediate value. So that's a huge nugget right there. That's how my recruiting meetings are much more effective, because I'm not making it about them joining. I'm just giving them value, value, value. And guess what? Next meeting, I will introduce them I'm going to introduce them to my senior partner. And I'm going to say, hey, I want you to meet Casey. Hey, I want you to meet Brent. Hey, I want you to meet Gene. And I'm going to do that process until they sign up. That's what I'm going to do every single day. Right now, I'm getting a lot of appointments through agents within my community, right? Agents within my community that here at EXP, they're booking appointments. So a lot of my calls, I'm the third-party validation guy for my team now. I wasn't that the first 4 years. The first 4 years, I was bringing agents to Brent, Gene, and Casey, and Rick, right? I was bringing them constantly agents. Now I'm the guy that everybody brings the agents to. This is who I wanted to be from the beginning. I will say it is going to take you to sit through a lot of meetings for you to really do that at a high level. I've done over 2,000 recruiting meetings. Everything it's scientific. It's scientific. There's a process. There's similarities, and there's ways you can craft out your stories for them to feel heard, acknowledged, and for them to say, this is the right home for me. That is my biggest thing. The other thing, my 2 biggest things that I do for recruiting guys is that I use my own trainings as recruiting events. And I do 2 a week. 2 a week. Monday, I do what's called a market update. I do it at 10 a.m. It's every single Monday. The same Zoom link. And I want to emphasize that. Same Zoom link. Why do you guys show up to this meeting? Because it's the same Zoom link, right? And I just got it from Brent, right? It was Zoom with Brent. I'm like, that's cool. I'm gonna put let's grow zoom.com. Like, that's my Zoom. So Monday at 10 a.m., I have a training that happens every single week. And what do? I bring in speakers. I bring in people that are crushing it. Like this Monday, yesterday, I had 4 of my top buyers agents, and they all did little mini TED Talks. I did a panel. I did a buyer agent panel on Monday, and they each shared for 10 minutes. That's what they did. And everybody loved it. I had 100+ people in there. And then I take that recording, obviously, and send it out to everybody in the community. But what I use that for? Well, I invite people to that training. What do I have all of my leaders within my community? I have them invite people to that training. So my Zoom calls are like little mini builds online every single week, right? Why are we just waiting for Build or Cabo to invite people to trainings? Like EXP, we have the most trainings in the planet. Like, guys, like there's so many things we can invite people to. So Monday, my main one, like that's where I drive all of my energy to every single week. Next Monday, I actually have Dylan, which is, crushes it in Hawaii, right? He did 895 transactions last year. I'm going to have him as a special guest on my Monday call. And I already have, let me show you guys the page. Would you guys like to see like my marketing pages? Because that also makes a big difference. Like, just don't make it like, hey, I'm going to invite you to this thing. You got to have a flyer. You got to have a registration. Let me show you guys something really quick. 1 second. Feel free to pop in questions while I pull this up, by the way. But I think this is really important to see, because I want to make a point about this. Like, you guys have to strive for excellence. And by the way, obviously I didn't do this in the beginning. Again, I'm just showing you guys at different stages. You might be at a different stage. It's okay. So this is a Zoom call. Look at my page. $100 million mastermind. 5 days to that training. The time. I put a little video. I record myself for a minute. Hey, you're going to learn from someone that's running a $100 million team, right? Yes, I won. Save my spot. The big results. Boom. Yes, secure my spot. Who is Dylan, right? I talked about him. You'll walk away with this. Every single one of my trainings has a registration. You guys have heard many people say this on trainings before. You are capturing people's emails. That's what I'm doing. I paid John Cheplack a lot of money. We get him for free here in our community. I paid him $1,997 per conversation for 20 minutes for 3 months. And the number one thing that I got was, Leo, you need to build your email list. I paid close to $30,000 for that. You guys are getting that for free, by the way. But that funnel page, you guys need to think funnel, every single thing. So my Monday, and look and check out, like I told you guys, I have another call, right? I have a second call. I have it Wednesdays. Every Wednesday I do the Realtor Mastermind. And this is the other one that I'm doing. Look at my funnel for that one. Dominate your market. Steven Diaz, myself, this gal Melissa crushes it in commercial, right? I already have the registration. This is happening tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow this is happening. So how would it look like if you're an agent in another company and you're getting a link like that? Here's our training. Every single time you share something like that, here, I'm going to drop it into the chat. Every single time that we share something like that, it looks professional. It looks like an event, a big event. Why don't you make your little Zoom trainings look like a massive event? It's all marketing, guys. It's all marketing, right? And then what do? I also post it on Instagram. I put a reel on Instagram and I'm promoting that. So everything. Right now, a lot of my meetings come from, Instagram. I get a lot of people that are inbound, but I also use AI at a really high level. So the only thing that I do on my social media is that I start a conversation. I do a copy and paste and I send out a message to an agent. And then once the agent responds, my AI takes over and books the appointment. I just got to start conversations. My Instagram is managed by my AI. My text messages are managed by my AI. If you call my phone number, it's answered by my AI. Her name is Amy. All of it is handled with AI. 100%. GHL, correct. I built up my own, by the way. It's called Let's Grow CRM. Let's Grow CRM under Go High Level. And yes, it's the best platform, guys. The best platform. That has the call AI, the text AI. You can do the scheduling. There is I don't think there's a better platform than that. I used to spend $2,200 a month for me to run everything I do on Go High Level. I used to have lead pages that I used to pay $400 a month. I used to pay for Hootsuite for scheduling, which was like $300-400 a month. I used to pay for Jotform. I used to pay for that slick text, everything could be done on that platform. Everything. So that's how, these pages, by the way, these landing pages that you guys just saw, I built them on Go High Level too. So everything can be built there. It's your one-stop shop. Everything. Scheduling, AI, landing pages. Who's used ManyChat in here where you comment a certain word in the response? Yeah, it has that feature built into it too. It has everything in one place. Like I was so tired of like using 20 different platforms. When I found this one, I was like, this is everything I needed in one place. So it's absolutely a game changer. I love it. It's my favorite platform. I have 3 more minutes. I will open it up for questions because I know I've said a lot of stuff. Can you do a quick run through of your GPT prompt for agent growth plan? Yes, I can. Let me pull it up here real quick. 1 second. Growth GPT. Where is it at? Personal projects, social media, real estate. I use this a lot. Actually, I also will definitely love to come back and I'll do a whole AI class. It's crazy. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm just pulling it up right now. Do you share your number here? Here, yeah, here. Definitely reach out after the fact, guys. I know we only have a couple of minutes here. This is my cell right there. But check this out. Let me show you guys like really quick the back end, right? Look at this agent I met, right? I'm meeting with the real estate agent. My goal is to find information, first name, phone number, email. That, and look what the ChatGPT does. Beautiful. Sales performance, Zillow. And then I say, hey, using what you know, now give me, his goal is to do $20 million in production. Look at that. All done. It's incredible. I'll share with you guys the prompt. And we'll definitely do an AI class. I'm gonna leave you guys on that cliffhanger. So here, let me just delete this here really quick. I'm having a lot of fun. Here you go.
Stuff, Leo.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I just dropped it in here for you guys. No, that was Ashley. That was ChatGPT.
Leo,
Carolyn.
they
Yes.
just did I'm on the commercial side, but I'm also luxury with it. And
Awesome.
I'm also really broke, so I'm not there yet. But anyway, they did a really great job, and I'll connect with you and share who did it because I think there can be some synergy
Oh,
with what
absolutely.
you guys present.
Thank you. Yeah, any way I can help. I'm one team, one dream, guys. I'm so excited about this co-sponsorship model. It was like the most brilliant thing we could have done at EXP. Amazing. I love it. Question. Any other questions that you guys might have? Mahalo. Yes, mahalo. Awesome.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you have a direct contact at Go High Level that helped you get the AI set up?
So I set it up myself. So I also, like, for example, like I have agents within my community that also like I duplicate it for, so I can duplicate all my stuff for $97. I charge $97 to, it's the same thing that you would pay for Go High Level, but it comes with all my stuff for $97. Yeah, so it's all set up, and I already have an entire like training library and how to set it up and everything else too.
Okay.
I have one question. You use Corteo to know how much money they do, or the artificial intelligence ChatGPT give you the amount of money they are doing in sales?
ChatGPT, yes, $97 a month. ChatGPT, surprisingly, honestly, I'm paying for Corded, but it comes up with the majority of the information on ChatGPT. Like,
wow.
I think I'm telling you guys, every single platform that you guys are like, oh, this is the hot thing. Everything's getting disrupted this fast. Corded was hot until I was like, wait, I can put this on ChatGPT. That's crazy.
Also, that's why I wanted to share with you. They shared some that are free, and you really don't need to spend any money on anything. And I actually had I bought Gemini, which is attached to my workplace or workspace, whatever Google calls it. And it's irritating, but you know what? We got to be in there playing with it. I want to say that to everybody. You need to be playing with it every single day because it is changing that fast. It is.
Every day, guys. Every day. Yeah. Every day. There's 400 million people that are using ChatGPT every 7 days, actually. That's how many active users ChatGPT has. There's over 1 billion messages that it's processed in every single day. It's going to change everything. So I think, again, right, there's two narratives, dystopia or utopia. I'm an optimist at heart. So I think that it's going to be utopia. And I think that temporarily, though, the hands that have the AI, that's what I'm afraid of. But once this intelligence gets more superior, we're going to be good. But temporarily, while we get to there, that's where the danger is. So that's a whole nother conversation. I could talk
But
about that.
the human interface will never go away. That's a differentiator.
Yes, 100%. Oh, interesting enough, I had Steve Jobs do a presentation for my agents the other day. Actually, I brought him back to life, and I did a training for real estate agents, and it was crazy, crazy. And you guys could see it on my Instagram. I posted about it. But imagine bringing back Napoleon Hill, like all the people that you inspired by, bring them back. And with the knowledge of now, how would you coach real estate professionals? Yeah. So I also have a VA contact as well. Let me drop that in there. I have a VA. Here we go. One more second here. I hope this was valuable, by the way. Brent called me up earlier this morning. He's like, hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Here we go. I'm going to drop in here's my virtual assistant contact right there. That's where I have 3 virtual assistants myself. I have an assistant. I have one of them that manages my social media. She does 320 posts for me a week because I taught her how to use AI, right? Most people are using virtual assistants and they either are not telling you they're using AI or you don't know how to teach them how to use it. So mine does 320 posts a week. I have a second VA that's my graphic designer that creates all these funnels. I have a third VA that is my caller. I'm a KW guy, 2-10-40, 2 appointments a day, 10 appointments a week, 40 appointments a month, right? So I have Jeff that sets up 2 to 5 appointments every single day for me. And he's in the Philippines. So I have 3 VAs. I pay $6 an hour. It's crazy. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So what did you say? We've been developing ours for 2.5 years. No, you can get that done like yesterday. You don't need to wait that long. Like seriously. Very cool. So any last questions? I think you guys are going to go into another subject here in about 5 minutes.
I'll respond to that. I'll just tell you, we couldn't get out of our own way. We just are confused and we had many things and then we did left turns and now we're launching in phases.
Yeah.
Because we built it for our own mega team first. And then we're like, oh my gosh, we could do this and this. And I mean, it's shiny objects and there's so much functionality in there. It's insane.
It's everything. Everything you need is in that platform. Everything. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope that today was valuable. Please feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any additional questions. And I'll see you guys very soon. I'll see you guys.
Thank
Peace.
you, Leo. Awesome. Everybody stick around if you would like. And in 6 minutes, we will do our sales training. 10 minutes of fire. Hang on for a second. We'll come right back.